Generic greetings! One of the amusing things about doing a series where I take your comments and feedback is that I get a day in lieu to see all the problems I've created, this being one of them. As you can see, this is just turned off, and I obviously would have figured this out straight away, but several people posted in the last episode comments saying, you realise you've messed that up, because I removed one of the power lines here, and if I connect that up there, you can see it now works. The reason that did that is because when I removed the bits around here, it actually created two electricity grids, one which was solely on the steam engine, so all of this was on the steam engine, and all of this bit was on the solar panels, which obviously don't work at night. So that's why I I like to see stuff like that. Also, I created a lot of other problems. I did not mess up a couple of things in the last episode, so I'm going to try and fix them now. The first thing is that I messed up all the copper supplies, so I had it sort of coming down from both sides, which means that it would clog the belt up when it gets this side. So again, I'm having to fix that now. It's not a massive problem. I just need to wait for it to get like that, and it'll also... is that about right? Yeah, that's sorted itself out there, and I'll pick that up. Job done. Right, that's fine. And then obviously there's another problem with over this here. Actually, this part isn't a major problem, but I've now picked that up, and we are sorted. So what we were doing last episode is trying to work out exactly how to make... I'll just try and find them, get rid of this for a moment. Just need to pull these up because I think I'm not going to do what I was thinking of doing or talking about in the last episode. What we were going to do is work on getting these things here, advanced circuits, which require plastic bars, copper cables, and electronic circuits. Now, electronic circuits, obviously I'm creating them here, and the plastic we are creating over this side, which is quite easy. If I just go over the right-hand side here, and then just connect that up to there, and then go here and pick up that box and that box, we can see that if I press Alt, we can now see that when I start these going, we're like that and like that, for example. Hang on, that. We can see that these are now creating plastic, and it's going to bring it up to here. This belt will bring up both plastic bars and also... it's going to bring up plastic, and it's going to bring up the... batteries once we've got that created. So what do we need for the electronic circuits, or the advanced electronic circuits? Those are standard electronic circuits, I believe, which are here. Plastic bars, which we're bringing up, and copper cables. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do a couple of things. I'm actually going to make another sort of assembly line. I need to make about, say, 10 assembly machines, and I'll set that going. And while I'm doing that, I'm just going to run along the line and pick all of this up. You can see we've got an extra bit of copper cable creation here. That's fine. We're going to keep that because I have a bit of a plan, and we'll see how this goes in a moment. It'll probably not work at all, but we'll see. We're just going to pick all these up as well, because what I want to do is just drag all of them into my pocket. I can just pull to Control and pick it up. And I want to run up here and set another steel going, because it's just useful. Having more steel is always a good thing. We'll just fuel it up like so. Actually, we don't need to put stuff in there. It'll do it itself once I put in some inserters, which I have loads of. So that should be fine. There we go. We're now doing inserters. I'm actually going to go up to the coal as well and pick up all of the coal I can, just to dump some in there, and then some in there. Obviously, it's not an automated system, but it will do the job quite nicely. We'll also pick up a couple of that. I think I need to get rid of some of the wood I've got in my pocket, which I can't because I'm full, but I can get rid of them because we're not going to use them. There's the old stone furnaces. We also want to put some wood in there. We'll keep some on me because it's always useful. Also, we need to finish this bit up the top, I guess. So we'll create, hang on, 1, 2, 3, 4 of them, and that should do us quite nicely. 1, 2, 3, yeah, and then we'll just run this down like so. That one up like that, and then we will connect them up with some standard poles, I think, because the standard poles are just about right for them too. And there we go. So we're now producing more of that. Excellente! So we need to sort out our solar panels. We are not creating as much solar panels as I'd like. I'm basically going to keep the solar panels going as much as possible. Let's just pick up all of that steel. This is good. And then we're going to put another boatload of steel in. Actually, we won't put all of that there. But we do want to pick up these, which we now got 30 solar panels. And we'll go over to the right-hand side and sort that out. Excellent. A couple of comments people have been mentioning about the wallers and you know, saying that it's okay and blah blah blah, and how the guns we really should put some bigger guns in, but there isn't such thing as bigger guns. I'm assuming what you mean by bigger guns, not yourself, but whoever commented, they meant these ones here, laser turrets, which we will research, but you have to use batteries, and I don't have the capability to make batteries, so there's no real point. I'm going to go for advanced electronics, and then I'm going to run all of this down. Obviously, we've gone really green early. We've gone for solar, which most people have said this is a great idea. Some people have said, oh, you should use the steel for anything else other than that, but I do not agree at all. I think that getting solar panels early on or as quick as possible is definitely the way forward, because it's pretty much free energy. I don't have to burn any resources. They just sit here and generate energy. Obviously only in the day, that being the downside of solar panels, the main downside of solar panels, you understand? But it is what it is, and they are generating that. This is where we're going to have some more steel stuff, probably, but it's fine as is. We'll just leave that. What I want to do then, I want to think about producing some more electronic circuits. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to place these extra bits here, and then I'm going to have some inserters, and I do need some more fast inserters, some more long-handled inserters as well. Actually, I've got several long-handled inserters, so I probably don't need to create any more. I will cancel that. These are going to be our inserters for creating, I think. Let's have a quick think about this. We'll finish it off first, and then we'll think about where we're going to put the belts and such. This is going to be creating those, okay? Electronic circuits, which is fairly easy, because what happens is, oh, actually, is that going to function? And we need copper cable and iron plates. Now, iron plates are coming along here. Now, what we do, we could easily, if we wanted to, bring these here. You can see these are coming along here, and then the plan was to put them on that side there, and then bring them along, and then down and out. But I think we need to produce more electronic circuits, and the best way of doing that is probably connecting up that line there on the bottom somehow. Or is it? Or is it? No. Or is it? I'm not sure. This is the problem, because I'm trying to... it's compact, and we have to think about it in the future as well, because when we make the electronic circuits, so the advanced circuits, we need to know where the other lines are going to go, because they need to go off there and start making science packs, which is sort of what this thing's all about. So if we have... let's just pull these up a second. That's coming along here. We don't really want to put anything else on this line. Now, I could use, and some people have said this, we could use some inserters, some smart inserters, to just bring that over to there, but that's a little bit more confusing than is required. And it's also very compact. I wish I'd moved this a little bit further along, which is why I'm sort of cautiously removing this now, because otherwise I know that we'll have a problem later on in expansion. So, yeah. Actually, do I really want to do advanced circuits now? Plastic, other stuff. What else do we need? Let's take a break from that while we have a think. We need batteries. Let's start on with batteries, because that's a nice long task, and we can really sink our teeth into that one. I'm going to go up here and pretty much pick up all of the iron that we have, and we'll pick up all of this line, and then run along this line and pick all of that up. There we are. I might as well pick up some of the copper as well. How are we for other stuff? That is about right. Looks like some more guns are firing. I'm not really bothered until it goes whoop, 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 and says we're out of materials. This is saying that we need some electronic circuits, which is going to create some advanced circuits. That's fine. This is some steel, and that's some research done as well. So research is complete. We'll research... what do we want to research? We'll go for basic energy accumulators, because we do want to start creating them. So batteries. Let's get on with a battery plant. Now, this is going to take quite a bit of effort, and what I need to do first is pretty much put loads of pipe in the queue, because we can guarantee we'll be using a lot of pipe. So, let's see. This is where we're going to bring our batteries down. Our batteries up. So they're going to go on the other side of that line. So that's okay. So this is our chemical plant, and it is creating plastic. It takes all of this coal and then brings it over. We have to remember that this coal box is very, very vital. We don't bring coal down here. We should really, but it's a lot of effort for really not a lot of payoffs, to be honest with you. So we'll see how it goes. Right. So this comes down, and then we need to create some batteries. So let's just click on batteries and we'll see what we need to do. So batteries, we need iron plates and copper plates. So the first things first, we need to sort that out. We need to bring down iron and copper plates. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to make a separate area for just taking iron and copper and moving it down. In fact, what I'll do is I'll cannibalize this. I'm going to rip this up here and repurpose the entire area so that is now... That's over there. I don't think, because of the amount of stuff we got going in, I don't think we'll have a problem because these are actually backing up. So that should be a bit more reasonable. And this is going to go down. Actually, no, what we'll do, we'll rip it up that way. And we'll make it go the other way because that makes sense to me. So, that. Did it the wrong way again. That way. Okay. And then we're going to bring it down. And then we could bring it underground, but I don't really need to have it like that. What I want is to bring it along, and then we want it to go down from about there. Okay, and then straight down here, and then into an area where actually what I want to do is quickly stop it, because I have a bit of a plan, and that's a very dangerous thing for me to have. What if there's our accumulation? What if we pull that up? And have it like that. And then pick all that up. Right? And have all of that come down and go on that side of the belt. Then come down here. And then we'll need, I would say, 6 electric furnaces. Some either side. Let me just get rid of this. Daka, daka, daka. Today's rock-destroying beverage is chocolate milk. Right, so we want, which I don't normally have a lot of chocolate milk. It's just, I don't know why. It's just something that I saw and went, I haven't had that in ages. Hence why we're here. Right, we're going to put those on here. And we say in, and in. Out, 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 and out. There we go. So there's our innies. And then we need some outies, which I'll use normal one. Actually, we could probably use normal for all of this. We don't really need fast ones. Because the flow is not going to be that much. And the thing is, the fast ones do use more electricity, so I would rather save on that and use them for other things as well. So what's going to happen is they're going to come down, and it's going to jump on either side. Then it's going to come along, and then I'm going to say, right, there's that. And then we'll say, you go into that side, you go into that side, and then that will smelt everything that we put into it. This is good, but we need... probably. And one more of them. Electric mining drills. There we go. And that'll go up to that side. So, let me just connect all this up, and then this should hopefully function. There we go. That goes on that side. So all the copper is on the right-hand side of the belt, looking at it right now. The iron will come along and go on the left-hand side of the belt. This all gets smelted and then outputted to here. So what we need to do now is connect it all up. So we'll just say some medium electrical poles we will create, array them. And then we want to go for a one probably there. And yeah, the problem with these is that they're just too small. 1, 2. Hang on. Do you want to do that? There, and there, there, and there. There we go, something like that. These ones obviously need connecting up as well, which they are now connected up. So we are generating... Ooh, problems. Right, okay, that's not working out at all. It's taking anything at random, so we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 smart inserters. So smart inserters, I don't know if I've used them before. I think I have used them before, but they're very clever because all you do is you click on them and then you say, filter, I want you to only take X, Y, or Z. So this one is only going to take iron ore. This one is only going to take iron ore, and this one is only going to take iron ore. One's on the right. Opposite, they're going to take copper, copper, and copper. Now, the thing is, these are just as fast as fast inserters, so that's okay. So you can see they're bringing stuff in, and they're outputting it fine. Yep, these ones that are outputting it are fine being that level. That's all connected up. This is good. So now what we need to do is bring it down. So what I'll do is pretty much just run it down from here, like so, along to... shame. I want it to go underground. Actually, we'll run it, and we'll run it along like so. And I want to go in and stop to there because I want to have some innie outies, innie outies, innie outies. But before I do that, I realise that I've only got 14 of these on me, so it's probably best if I run over here and then hold F and then just pick up all of these ones on this side and job done. And while we're here, we'll pick up them. Go up the top. Obviously, we're not doing any research, so we'll go for gun turret damage upgrade or something like that. We should really be doing research all the time, to be honest with you, and people have mentioned this in the comments, I'm aware, which is why I'm doing it now. So we'll put some more steel in there, create more solar panels, we'll pick them up, and we've now got 24 on ours. Yeah, that's quite good. We're trying to go as green as we can, so what we'll do, we'll pretty much only produce, well, in the daytime, we always want to be using solar, and where possible, and this means that we have to keep an eye on it and pretty much expand when needed, we will only be using solar. Actually, if I ran that the other way, it'll be a bit better, because I can fit these in, so which I'm going to do that. That's a shame, that, because I've just put them all in. Oh well. Just for sake of completeness, we're going to do it. So, it's not really a massive task, is it? I pick these up, and then I go along that way, down. Job done. Pretty easy. And then we need to put them there and then there and sorted. Right, we are now... Hang on, that's wrong. Now we're sorted. And that one is in the wrong place, is it? Yes, it was. It's a bit weird, isn't it? It's not connecting up to that one. Just sort this out. There's them connected up. And then that's connected up. And then these ones have not got electricity. Now they have. Right. There's all that fixed. And we have a total of 133 solar panels. Wow. That's pretty good. And as you can see, though, we're producing 8 megawatts, which is a lot. And the steam engine is still powering up. But we do have a fair amount of... Oh, we've got 14 electric furnaces. So that's why we've got a lot of... It's not lossy or anything. It's just taking a lot of resources, which you can imagine. So let's just create some underground belts, because we want to run it parallel to the other one, just for mainly look like that. There we go, and continue going down. We're under attack again. I don't know if you can see that's flashing on the bottom there, but it's no real it's no real issue. We'll create another set of them, and then in and then out, and then we need to think about where we take them from here. So we'll leave that. We're not going to bring that any further. We'll leave it. So let us think. We need, for a start, some iron plates. I'll go back. And that's all of the iron and copper plates coming down. This is good. That actually works quite well as a nice overflow as well. We're producing a fair bit of iron there. We do need to do the same with some steel at some point. These are not creating anything. Where's the steel going? Are we just not creating it fast enough? I think because I've got 3 steel plants here, we're taking a lot of resources off the main production line. So it looks a lot worse than it actually is, I think. There's another 25 solar panels, so we might as well put some more solar panels in. We can easily extend up. I just need to delete some trees, and we will do that. So we'll rip up some trees. There we go. We're producing a lot less. I'm not going to research anything. Oh, no, I do really want to keep researching things, because we'll need it eventually. There's robotics, which give us some flying robot frames. Lab efficiency, we can't do that. Gun turret damage upgrade. Explosives, we'll go for explosives because we need to be making tanks at some point, and they require explosive shells, or you can have explosive shells, and they're really good. I actually prefer... I don't like the explosive shells. I prefer the AP ones, because they don't have hit bases hard. Like, really hit them hard, which is fun to watch as well. I'll get that tree down eventually. 1,000-year-old oak. And we'll just add these on the end, and it just means a couple more electrical poles. Ooh. I think 3 on each side. is fine. Yeah, it's just enough so we can get around. As long as we can get around, then that's fine. There's no such thing as casting shadows. So putting it... Well, there is such thing as casting shadows. You can see there's a shadow there. But what I mean is it doesn't block the... doesn't block this. Oh, you can only go around that way. That's a bit annoying. But, well, it's no big problem. That was a fast research, wasn't it? So there we go. There's all that in. I'm actually not a big fan of that being right at the... means you have to go around that way. It's not really a big problem. We won't be coming here for a lot, other than if we're under attack and need to repair it. Which running close to the wall is not a good idea, but whatever. We might change it later on. We'll put it in, see what happens. So, it's already becoming annoying. There's that put in. It's done. So, more solar panels. Are we producing all of our... yeah, look at that. The steam engine is almost off, so that's pretty good. We'll do a bit more research, and we'll say, I really want advanced style processing. We'll go for flammables. There we go. We're going to get the old combustibles on the go. So, this is not producing anything, and I'm guessing that's because it is out of them. There we are. Put them in the queue now. Job done. I'll pick up the steel on the way past, and then I'll pick up the iron on the way up, and then on the way down, I'll pick it up as well. Pick all these up. There we are. Okay, so we have enough iron so I can crack on with things. No, we don't. We need loads more iron. For what we need to do, which is going to be a lot of storage tanks, we need a lot of iron. A lot of it. So we're going to pick all this up. There we go. And actually, I know where a lot of iron will be on this other side over here. You can see, actually, it's backed up on the line. So on the way past, I will sort this out. So I will pick all that up. And all that iron. And I don't really want the copper because, as you can see, I've got a fair amount of it. So I just want to stand just the right side of it, which I've done okay. And there we go. Pick all that up. Job done. Right. So that'll be the main row. And the reason I brought that down is because I know eventually for batteries you need, and because we already checked this earlier, I believe. Yes. God, research is flying through. This is good. Rocketry, no. Trains, yeah, why not? So... batteries, sulfuric acid, copper plate, iron plate. So we're already there for the copper and iron plates. Sulfuric acid. For sulfuric acid, you need iron plates, which we've got, and water and sulfur. For sulfur, you need water and petroleum gas. So that is a job for this area. So we need chemical plants. So let's put a couple of chemical plants in. We will space them out quite nicely. So one there and one there. So in each of these, let's have a quick look. You need sulfur. You need petroleum gas and water. So as long as there's a gap of 3, 1, 2, 3, that is fine. What we can do, we can say an outputter, and then we can run a belt straight through the middle like so. Both of these we will set up as sulfur. So for an input, we need water, so we will get ourselves a offshore pump. There we go, job done, and then we'll put it on this side. We will then go for an underground pipe, because underground pipes are really good, and if I'm honest with you, I would really like that down 1, because then it means I don't have to mess around too much with the piping, and I know it's a bit sort of pedantic, but whatever. We're going to put it in. It's my factory, I can do what I want. Right. So that comes out there. Then we want it to run along to here and then go in and then out to there. You'll see why in just a moment, because that one is going for sulfur. That one is going to go for sulfur. You can see water goes in there. We want another in and then out. And then that's already going in. That's fine. We need standard. Put them in the pocket. Put them in the pocket. We need standard piping. So we will just put loads of pipe in the queue. And we'll put a pipe there. Pipe there. Job done. Okay, so... what we need to do now is run some pipe underground from here and then put it out there. That should be fine. And then we'll run it along to there, and then again underground pipe, because trust me, just trust me on this. When you can use underground pipe, use underground pipe, because if you don't, you will be screaming about halfway through because you can't just get... because this looks okay. Once you start adding more pipe, you're all over the place. You can't get through that. That's blocking into that, blocking into that. You add some more, and you can't get over. And I really, really want, and I'm sure there is a mod, like a pipe ladder where you can go up and down. I live in an area where if I just sort of drive, say, 5 or 6 miles, there's a huge, huge industrial estate. Like, it's miles across the entire place. Very industrial area where I live. Well, it used to be. It's slowly going now, but you get the idea that it's a big place, and it's like going through Blade Runner. It's crazy, but you can see there's like loads of pipe ladders and stuff. So you know it's pretty much this game. Anyway, so that's going to produce that. This is good, and then that'll come out there, and then to produce sulfuric acid, you need iron plates and sulfur. So iron plates and sulfur. If we bring these down, what we'll do actually, we'll be a bit clever about it, and we'll have a line like so, and then we'll run this down to there. Because if we bring this line down like that, what we can do, and this is again, look, underground pipe, always good. We can probably, if we're very, very clever, which I'm not, but I'll try. I'll try and be clever. We need, I think, this to go along like that. Along like that. Actually, no, because I know that's where I'm going to store my sulfur, I think, on that side. We'll bring it down. It's going to be a bit cramped, but it should be fine. I'm going to do that, and then how are we going to do this? I'm going to split it before I do anything else. If I don't split it, I'll probably regret it later on. So what I'll do, I'll have that coming down. Move the split down one to there. No, actually it's on that side. I want to split it like that. And then we will have that going across. And then we will have a smart inserter. Like so. And then that will say filter iron plates. Alright. That's going to put on the other side of this belt. That will come down. So on this belt we will have iron plate. And we will have the sulfur. Because then that will go into another factory to then create sulfuric acid. That is... Is that correct? I think it might be. But that's a bit sloppy, this. I'm not a fan of it. I know I've just redone a part of that, but I'm not a big fan of some of it. I'll put these in first, these chemical plants, and then we might get a better idea of what we're going to have. So there's these. Assume we bring it down here. Yeah, so this is going to be a bit better. Because if I have a... I think we're just... It's very similar to what we had, actually. That's fine. That'll go in that side. This one will go in the other side. Yeah, that was actually okay, that. Okay, that's fine. Yeah. I think that should do the job quite nicely. I mean, we'll find out when the whole thing doesn't work, but we'll do that. The reason I've split it is because I don't want to try and pick it off the line, because if there's any problem and we have to use that later on, we won't have any thing connected up to it. So again, these are requiring water, which we've already got here, and I will probably actually pick up that and then just move it along just a little bit like that, and then we'll have another in, and then an out, and then an in, then an out, then an in, and then an out, and then connect it up with standard pipe, which is water, 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 and water. Those will then start generating once I put in some inserters, 1 and 2, that'll start generating sulfuric acid. So let's go for 1, 2, 3, 4 storage tanks. 4 storage tanks should be more than enough, and I think I'll store the sulfuric acid here because I can't see where else I really I don't think I'm going to have any other, don't think there's any other purpose that this place can serve. So there we go, sulfuric acid, and again we'll just have a in and then an out. Job done. And we need just one more of them, there we go, which is an in and then an out, and then we'll connect those up. So that technically is the entire thing connected up. Will it work? Let's wire it up and find out. So we want that one there, we want that one there, and we want that one there. So that is now producing sulfur, which is going on that side of the belt. This is going to come along, and as we can see, it's happily taking the sulfur, or using the petroleum and water to produce sulfur. Sulfur goes on that side of the belt. The iron is taken on this side, and then slowly put in the chemical plant, which then does take an age, and then makes sulfuric acid. Let's speed that up to fast inserters, and that seems to be working quite well. In fact, we are fairly short on sulfur. In fact, sulfur is not coming out here fast enough. We cannot get outside fast enough. Now we can. There we go. That's doubled it. You can even put more of these like that if you really wanted to. Which, to be honest with you don't need to, because all we've done is we're just backing up the entire line. That is producing sulfur. That works. I'm more than happy with that. I think that is fine. So, that is producing sulfuric acid and everything's connected up. Right then. Batteries. We might as well get onto batteries. So, batteries require copper plate, iron plate, and sulfuric acid. They are created in a chemical plant, so we do have said chemical plants here. What I'm going to do is put them... Actually, if we put them here... where do we want to put them? This is the question. We could just put them here, really. 1 and 2. These will create batteries. That'll create a battery, so that requires just a little bit further along. Like that. In. And if we wanted to, actually, we don't even need that splitter now that I think about it. What I need to do is just pull that up. Now that I know where things are going to go. And I'll pull that bit up. No. Put that back in. What will happen is this will come down to there. Okay? And then we'll have a splitter. And then we will have a smart inserter here. And then that will go onto another belt. In, out, and then we will need to put it on, I believe, that. There we go. So, that will put materials on the right side. Let's have a quick look. That one, I say filters. I want iron plates only. And obviously we need to then put that there and then connect it up. That is now connected up. And that is working fine, right? Okay, that goes there. And then these ones will come along like so. There we go. And then inserters. Again, I'm going to go with fast ones. And I want... Ooh, I rotated that round and I do not want to. There we go. We will say a couple of fast inserters. This chemical plant on the right battery. This one on the left battery. There we go. So sulfuric acid needs to go on the bottom. So we need to create about, say, 20,000 pipes. Maybe a little bit less than that. But I'll start with a couple. They'll go inside there, that's fine. Then this belt can run across like so. And then we need to pick up that because all we need to do is have another innie there. That's a standard piece of belt. This will run up to the top. And then boom, there you go, that'll go on that side. Excellent, that is now sort of automated. We will then, oh, that's already connected up. Or is it? It is not connected up. It is now connected up, there we go. And sulfur needs to come up and into there. So that's going to be actually not a great issue. This can go in there and then out there. And then, if I'm completely honest with you, it's nothing more. Oh no, we can't do that. It has to go there. Then that's in there, out there. And then finally, a couple more pipe edges. Pipe there. That's both connected up. And then this one can run pretty much to there. In. Out. That's really pointless, isn't it? We might as well just run standard pipe like so, and boom. There we go. That is now hopefully creating batteries. There we go. There is our first batteries coming off the line. We have not got any research. I should have been doing this. Let's go for laser turrets. They are now producing batteries, which are then going onto this line, which then gets transported all the way up this way. Let me just pick up all of the iron while I'm here. These are creating it. Fantastic. And hopefully we will get our first batteries coming along to here. So, why do we care that they're coming here? Well, what we need to do is create advanced circuits. These things here, this is what we left off earlier because I couldn't be bothered and I couldn't really think about how to do it. So we need plastic bars and electronic circuits and copper cables. So we could, if we really wanted to, get rid of some of this area here, and I don't know. I really don't know the best way of going about this. If I'm genuinely honest, I really don't know what we're going to, how we're going to do it, because it's a bit of a nightmare. Plastic will come along. Obviously, it's three things, so we need two belts. So there's iron creating that one. See, realistically, this entire section here is really... This is going to be good later on when we have flying logistical robots in several episodes' time. At the moment, it's just a little bit more annoying than it needs to be. So yes, advanced circuits, we need electronic circuits, plastic bars, copper cables. Copper cables we've got coming from this side, and plastic we've got coming from that side. So actually, that's fine. We could easily connect them two up. But what I'm going to do instead, I think, what if we don't use, hang on, this is, hang on, Derek, hang on. Let's go for item insert of stack bonus. What if, instead of using these and using all of the stuff from there, why have we slowed right down on production of iron? I'm guessing it's because of the lack of power at night. Oh yeah, we're only producing half the power we actually need. Oops. And also, what's the problem here? Plastic. We haven't got plastic. There you go. Produce more solar panels as well. Right, so power problem there. If we have another couple of factories creating electronic circuits, I would say another 6 factories creating electronic circuits, which could mean expanding it to the right and then doing that way. But I think the best way is to just add a couple there. I think that'll probably be the best way of doing it, but it's difficult. It really is difficult to figure out. What I'm going to do is just put that in. I really want to get rid of this. There we go. Look at that. That's really creating a lot of sulfur. Sulfuric acid's going right up. I don't think we need that much sulfuric acid. In fact, I think we need some more battery production, if I'm completely honest with you. How many batteries are on the line? Oh, batteries. Oh, no, the batteries are backing up to... No, they're not backing up at all. I don't think we're producing enough batteries. I'm going to go for double battery production. We're going to get 2 more, I think. I think so, yeah. So what I'll do is I'll pull that up, and then I'll have a splitter. Splitter there. Oh, look at that, we're producing these chemical plants. I'll put the splitter in first. There we go, because otherwise it won't function. That definitely won't function when it's the wrong way. Right, so another chemical plant, please. There we go. And then same sort of thing. We'll have a little bit of a gapage, because it's always best to leave a gap. And then we will run the belt. Like so. And we want an outputter, and another inputter, another inputter, and then another outputter. So as I'm building that pops up. To be fair, I'm always building, so the chances of it happening are quite high, aren't they? Right, so this will run along and then into there. And obviously we need to connect these up, so we'll just double electrical pole like that. I think that's... No, that doesn't do the job. It doesn't connect anything up at all. That's useless. That's not what electric pole is supposed to be doing at all. That, and then we will use a little one there. Ah, there we go. It is useful after all. So, that's connecting that up. We do need some more sulfuric acid over there, which we can bring from here. So we need a pipe to grounds, which we've already got, actually. So there, and there. And quite simply, we'll create more pipes, loads of them in the queue. That one there. And now we're creating double the amount of batteries. There you go. That's quite... It's easy to expand, isn't it? It does seem to work quite well. So, Lots of sulfur, lots of plastic, petroleum gas is going down, and light oil and heavy oil is going up. So we really do need to create some science pack 3s, which, although do require a lot of the other stuff that I've mentioned. There's a flamer, there's rocketry, there's loads around. We do need rocketry at some point, so we'll get that. Anyway, we're going to leave it there because I think we've progressed on very, very well. We've got an entire production line set up there. We've really messed around. I've fixed a lot of the problems that I made, admittedly, myself there. Increased the solar panel count. We've added a new area for smelting, both copper and iron, which, as you can see, is backing up as well. But then that brings it down to then produce batteries, which we've then, we can make batteries because we produce sulfuric acid. We can produce sulfuric acid because we can use, we produce sulfur. We've got the plastic finalized because it's now coming along the belt, as is the batteries. They'll come over here, which means if we look at this, we can create science packs. There you go. Look, science pack 3 requires batteries, which we have, and it requires steel, which we have, but we don't have a proper setup. So we do need to get up. We need to get a proper setup for steel, a reliable production of steel with electric smelters. We need to get smart inserters, which smart inserters require fast inserters and electronic circuits, and fast inserters require more electronic circuits and iron plates. So we really need to produce more electronic circuits. So I think what we'll do next episode, we will probably expand this entire line, so we'll just go further along, and we'll split it up, and we'll just double the amount of these. You know what? I'll do it now. We won't do it next episode. Sack it. We'll make this a long episode. Well, they're always long. But we'll pull all these up because these are easy to do. Obviously, we've got a lot of oil there in this section here. I really don't care. I know a lot of people have mentioned it and said, oh, you should really just drive over it. Some people saying I shouldn't. I'm making the executive decision to say, you know what? We've got so much oil. I really don't care that much. So we'll pull that up, and what I'm going to do is just cancel this. Obviously, we want to drag it further along. So these ones, we'll say... Actually, no, it's them ones we need to pull up. So these ones here. There we are. And then we'll have a splitter here. About there. And then this comes along. And then down to there. Alright, so there we go. And now we want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, that's close. We're going to have to pull that up. And obviously that's then going to power down. Oh, the entire right-hand side of the factory. That's a critical component. We will put one there. And we'll put an interim one there. So that now actually powers the factory up, which is, as you are aware, quite important. So, more belts running along here. Obviously, this is copper. We will have a copper shortage. I'm aware of this, but I can resolve that later on. This one will say in, and then in. To then output into a box. We need more inserters. We don't actually need... Oh no, we do have fast inserters pretty much down the line, so we might as well create loads more, although we've got an issue here, we're not producing, or we don't have any circuits. So I'm going to run along the line, pick all these up, and then go to that box and just say pick up everything that's in there, which happily includes iron plates and them inserters. What I'm going to do as well is put, I think, flyers in the queue. Yeah, why not flyers in the queue? We will get to flyers eventually, but I don't know when, which means we need solar panels. So we need to extend our solar panels. We might even get another bank of steam engines in. I know people don't want that. Look at that, actually. Wow, I'm glad that. 8.4 megawatts. 158 solar panels. Absolutely nothing running whatsoever on the bottom left when it comes to our steam engines. Look at that. Completely off. So in the daytime, when the sun's up, we don't use them at all. So if we remove all of this here, this smelter for steel, sorry, the steel furnace, remove all of them, and then use electric furnaces for copper. Even if we just replace them to do a similar setup like that, we just have 8, but I do want to expand to 10. We're still producing the same amount, because the speed of these is crafting speed 2, whereas electric smelters are actually the crafting speed 2. So the same speed, actually. They are the same speed. But these don't have any pollution. So they'll be the same speed, but it means we can get rid of this line here, which has got our coal, and then we're pretty much not reliant on coal anymore, apart from the bottom left there. And the only pollution we've got is really from, you do get some pollution from the electric furnace, but when you consider that pollution is 3.6 from that and only 0.9 from that, we're producing very little, and then we've got some pollution on the right-hand side. So we've really greened that out a bit, and as you can see, look, there's bigger bases because this radar has been expanding. But overall, we're doing quite well. Still a long way to go, but hopefully you're still enjoying it. I am. As always, comments in the comments. Thanks very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.